Hi friends, I just wanted to talk about your iReady scores. So this is from somebody's diagnostic from October 5th. So this student got an overall score of grade 7, a 598. And we would consider that good. That's why it's colored green here, because we're just at the very beginning of 8th grade. So if you're testing all the way through grade 7, then you're all set. That's awesome. But then we can look at the specific areas to see where this student might grow. And a few of you might be have greens in all of the areas. If that's you, there's still room for growth. You can look at where your weakest area is. Anyway, some of these are clearly he tested out. So phonological awareness and phonics have to do with just actually reading and decoding words, like sounding out the word phonics. That's what that's about, is being able to actually read the words. Then there's high frequency words. So sometimes high frequency words don't even sound the way they're spelled. For example, the word said, S-A-I-D. Said, you might, if you were trying to use phonics, might be like sad. That doesn't work. So you actually have to kind of memorize some of these words in English that are kind of funky. And then there's just you use them over and over again. So you have to be able to see them quickly. So those are the high frequency words. So the solution to these, if you're having trouble with any of these areas, for phonics and high frequency words, it's a lot of reading. For phonics, you will want to read aloud to somebody so that they can help you if you find one of those weird words, or if you make a mistake. It's really nice to read aloud, and then just read on your own too. Reading makes all of this better. High frequency words, again, more reading. And also you could do flashcards of any difficult words that you struggle with or forget how to pronounce. That would be a way to help you with high frequency words. Vocabulary. So there's a lot of students that had trouble with vocabulary. Reading, again, helps you with vocabulary. Vocabulary is also one that any kind of content understanding, so the work you're doing in science and math and social studies, all is going to help you with your vocabulary and health and your electives. Anything where you talk about a subject in depth, and you, when you hear a word that you don't understand, you actually try to go look it up and figure it out, or ask about it, or use context clues. But you increase your vocabulary by talking about things and by, again, reading. And we do vocabulary stuff in this class, and you can, if you want to make vocabulary your goal, you can use Quizlet to help you. On the account already, I have Unit 1 vocab and Unit 2 vocab. Another thing that can help are root words, and we're going to probably work on that as a class, maybe second trimester, so we can figure out what the part of the words mean and piece it together. So that's vocabulary. So this person tested early 8, again green, because that's awesome. So these are the two areas that this student has to work on. So comprehension, that's about understanding. So there's 2 areas of comprehension, and this is reading again. So they're reading literature and they're reading informational text and then answering questions to see if they understood it. So with literature, that's more like narrative writing, like stories. And so if you struggle with literature, that means, again, you want to read more. And it could be short stories, it could be a lot of novels. But if you want to make that your goal, you want to read, and then you want to talk about it and answer questions about it more and more. So we're going to be reading Blood on the River as our next novel. And so if you want to choose this as your goal, you can really focus in on Blood on the River and do an awesome job in discussions and the comprehension questions, and ask people if there's parts that you don't understand or it doesn't make sense for the theme or understanding main ideas or the character development, then ask questions and really delve into that, trying to understand the deeper levels of the literature. And that's probably where this person's goal is going to be, since that's his lowest score. Then there's a comprehension informational text section. And so that is about more like technical writing or true writing. So if that person if you want a goal here in this area, then you want to focus on articles that we read that are about real information, or manuals, being able, anytime you read something that's real and then you apply the information, is going to help you with informational text. And we'll work on all of this stuff in class, but for your goal, I would like you to focus in on one area, or an area on how to help your reading focus.